Another big story that we are following, a festival threat in New Orleans foiled, landing a North Carolina man behind bars.
That's right, Travers. Christopher Gillum, a former police officer out of North Carolina, was tracked down in Florida. He was arrested at a Destin hotel last night and will soon be extradited to Louisiana to face those charges.
And investigators say he had planned to travel to New Orleans to carry out the attack. Deputies recovered a handgun and about 200 rounds of ammunition from the hotel room.
WDSU is bringing you live team coverage on this major story. My colleague Alyssa Gomez talked to a lot of festival goers today on the first day of Jazz Fest. We'll get to her in just a moment, but the Jazz Fest, one of the most symbolic cultural and musical events in the state of Louisiana, traditionally drawing hundreds of thousands of people. The festival releasing this statement about the situation and the arrest of this man. Take a look at this. Here is what Quint Davis, the longtime Jazz Fest promoter and producer, he had to say. He says Jazz Fest is grateful to all law enforcement partners for their dedication and exceptional service in protecting our community. As always, we coordinate closely with the FBI, state police, NOPD, City of New Orleans, and other agencies, and we will continue to do so as we look forward for a safe and joyful Jazz Fest. Now, reaction has been pouring in. The mayor is reacting to this, the attorney general, and we got exclusive comments from the governor reacting to this arrest and foiling a plot before anything tragic happened in the city of New Orleans. Christopher Gillum is in police custody. According to law enforcement, he planned to come to New Orleans and, quote, kill black people in a mass shooting at a New Orleans festival. He was picked up in Destin, Florida, in a hotel room without incident with a handgun and about 200 rounds of ammunition. Authorities in several states didn't name the actual festival that was mentioned, but the New Orleans Jazz Fest runs this weekend and next weekend. More than 400,000 people attend annually. Gillum's family had reported him missing Tuesday. They say he had a history of self-harm. We caught up with the governor. Here's what he had to say about the arrest and how everything unfolded.
A great outcome to what could have been a tragic event, irrespective of where he was going. He could have stopped in Mobile. He could have stopped in Biloxi. He could have come on to New Orleans as well. But we know that these people, unfortunately, these evil people, try to use mass gatherings as an opportunity.
All this happening on the first day of Jazz Fest. Gates opened at 11 o'clock, as I just mentioned, one of the biggest music festivals in the southern United States. My colleague, WDSU reporter.